If you run $1 million real estate media agency or you're looking to build your agency to $1 million and beyond, I have a question for you. Do you know the fastest way to add another 50% of growth into your agency to be able to sell your agency for another $500,000 more if you so choose to sell it? Well, that's exactly what we're gonna learn in this video. We're gonna be talking about mergers and acquisitions, buying and selling businesses. I've helped sell 7-figure outcomes for real estate media agencies. I've helped smaller players exit and still retain equity. And I've also invested into startups in real estate media and the industry. And I've been able to get huge success for myself. We're doing now $1.2 million a month in combined revenue between all the agencies in the space that we serve, real estate media. I'm very excited to just share some strategies, just share with you some concepts of how you can approach thinking about this topic of strategic acquisition, strategic growth, instead of working hard and hustling, actually working smart by building the right connections, building the right network, and executing with the right strategies that billionaires use to build massive wealth.
The cool thing about like mergers and acquisitions, and I'll keep this one a little short, is it's the fastest way to build wealth once you know what you're doing, right? You don't want to buy a business and then be, have an anchor and not be, like in a place where you know how to either flip it or run it and scale it. But the fastest way for all of us to actually double potentially our valuation is to go through an M&A process. And what does that look like? Really wealthy people that have fuck you money, the people that have family offices of billions of dollars, they're looking for other places than real estate and stocks to put money, and that's small businesses. And their logic usually is they're trying to buy businesses that are doing over $10 million in revenue. Why? Because a company of that scale has redundancy. 5 CS quit on Thomas's team. He'll train 5 up next month. He's got 300 applicants. People hungry to work. So it's almost like a self-healing process that is valuable to people that have money but don't want to have to manage or fix things. They want the business to fix itself, or to the leadership to continue growing it. And so when you're at a small scale, if you're a solo person, you might get on a good day a valuation of 0.5x revenue is probably the most Thomas and I would pay people that are looking to buy these businesses. Or I sold some guy, he was out in somewhere on the East Coast. It's too many deals. He was doing $280,000 shooting on his own a year, which is great. And I worked really hard. I talked to probably dozens of potential buyers, and we sold it for $120,000 to some guy who wanted to also buy a job. Rich people don't want to buy a job. Understand that. So if you want to sell your business for more, consider buying. If there's $1 million business for sale, it's scary to be like, oh yeah, fuck it, I'll throw $1 million. No one throws $1 million. Usually you can get an SBA loan if they have good bookkeeping and financials, and the government will loan you up to I think $5 million. And I know people that have bought many businesses with very little money. You only have to put down usually around 20%. Another way to grow is something called a conglomerate, or we merge at some point. Why? Because we benefit from economies of scale, shared management, shared systems, negotiation, power to get better rates from vendors. And you get those 1, 2, 5%, improvements in every aspect of the business, and you run a more efficient business. And so when you're at $1 million, you might get a 3 to 4x revenue, depending on the appetite of the market, of the buyers, of the investors looking to invest in that industry. And when you scale to 10 million, or when you join forces like Thomas and I'm down to join forces one day, you get a crazy multiple. And this happens in different industries at different times. HVAC was a very hot industry. You might have seen Grant Cardone doing HVAC 10x, right? And I actually had a neighbor who worked for an HVAC conglomerate $2 billion of HVAC companies under one like umbrella, they were buying up businesses left and right. HVAC companies that were doing $10 million of revenue, $2 million of profit. So around 20% margin, healthy for a service-based business. Guess how much those business owners got bought out for? Anyone want to take a guess? 3x, so 6 million? 8x, 16 million? 10x? $23 million they got a check for. So I don't know if our industry is the same. There's not many huge deals that go through, but I do think we have a huge platform to potentially, you know, if we all merge forces and Tonimo and, you know, HD Photo Hub, like just wanted to get together and run up the, you know, software side, and, you know, a lot of us agencies wanted to come under one umbrella. Maybe it doesn't have to be the name, but we could get a 6x, an 8x, a 10x on profit. So if you want to know the fastest way to make money and build wealth, it takes some balls, is to buy businesses or merge. And those are, obviously, you're dealing with something almost like a marriage. You know, there's personalities, there's power struggles, there's, you know, money and stress. But if you have good operators like Thomas, you know, my team, even my team at Aero Canvas, after this event, I'm like, dude, we got to do this, we got to do that, there's so many improvements we can all make. And we have this agency checklist. If you guys don't have access to it, we'll send it out. All the ways you can improve your business. But all those things add 1, 2, 5, 10% improvements to your business. And people always ask me, how do I double my business? I'm like, dude, if you make a 5% improvement there, a 10% improvement here, you cut your cost by 30% with auto HDR, boom, 1 year you look back and your profitability has doubled and your business has doubled. So that's just a little bit about M&A. If you are interested, that is the next frontier. That's something that I haven't gone all in on, but it's something that we can all discuss as a group. We can host masterminds and workshops and talk about it. Thomas would be a great person to lead the group because I know you've looked into that. You're starting to look at buying businesses. Brad at Windows still buys like 4 businesses every year. If you want to sell them, I'll help you negotiate. You know, if you maybe want a better price. But yeah, that's M&As in a nutshell.
So if you've enjoyed the strategies that we shared in this video, these are the conversations that I'm having, that we're having as a mastermind, as a collective in real estate media. And if you're interested in attending an event just like what you saw in LA, we're actually hosting one in Cancun. It's the second weekend of Cancun, the 13th to the 16th. The main events, the workshops are gonna be on Friday and Saturday. We're gonna have a VIP dinner on Thursday, and then Sunday you can just kick it, or you can extend your trip and treat it like a workation, write it off, have the best time of your life, and build these connections that can add hundreds of thousands of dollars of value to your business, potentially even millions. And maybe one day we can exit together and roll up our companies for a $20, $30 million exit. If you're interested in joining us, if you have an open mindset and you wanna grow, you don't have to be a $1 million agency owner. You don't even have to be doing over $10,000 a month. That is the general requirements. But if you are just growth minded, you're looking to come out, all you gotta do is click the link in the description. We'll send you some details about how you can join us in Cancun. And if it's a little bit too much, we always have free content. Follow us on Instagram, follow us here on YouTube, and keep leveling up with us.